I'm not sure what they have planned, but I don't think it's going to be anything good. And we have so much that we need to talk about. And I've got a list here of things that actually I took notes. Censorship, not just on YouTube, but government censorship as well. Remember, we are just a few days away from the 4th. Okay, so today is the 29th, as you guys can see. And also credit card debt and potential credit card losses that credit card companies like American Express, MasterCard, Visa, Discover are all preparing. Goldman Sachs linked to the Apple credit card or Apple Pay. And sorry, I got my notes over here. I just got to go read my notes. And recession warnings. Folks are now starting to beg for money, as well as the truth about Social Security and what will happen as we approach this government shutdown. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. My name is Kevin, Kevin in all caps, youtube.com/@Kevin247. You could probably even find me by a few other names, but I think that's the most effective. Maybe Kevin Prepper is actually another one that I'm seeing showing up in my YouTube analytics, which I got to tell you guys, these YouTube analytics are not at all entirely accurate, especially for my other YouTube creators out there. And this is a good thing and a bad thing. Most of the analytics that I see on my phone don't match the analytics I see on my computer. And most of the analytics that I see on my computer and or on my phone are completely out of, I would say, they're not in sync with the actual real live numbers that we are experiencing on the platform. But I wouldn't let this bother you or concern you or discourage you. And yes, it could have a potential impact on your overall revenue and how much money you're going to make from your YouTube channel. But more importantly, the YouTube channel, in my opinion, should be a more of, think of it as a marketing tool. Let's go with that, which we're going to talk about that in just a moment, because somebody in particular has been using their YouTube channel just for that very reason, for the simple fact that they can no longer earn revenue on the platform. And if you know who I'm talking about, RB, just drop a comment down below and let me know if you can guess who I'm talking about. And it ties into censorship, government censorship, and YouTube, as the Biden administration is potentially making moves to censor our social media networks. Specifically, he's hell-bent on TikTok for good reason. But now I'm seeing these commercials coming out with, I think TikTok had a commercial where they helped a war veteran replace or repair his broken hover-round rascal scooter. And ultimately, they're saying, I couldn't have done it without TikTok. Look, I'm pretty sure you could have done it without TikTok, but they are now trying to put TikTok in a certain light and advertise it and market it as this great, great platform. And I can only imagine who's doing that. I can only imagine who's funding and paying for these advertisements for TikTok. Just my guess, as well as YouTube is imposing their own forms of censorship as well. And they're doing it by way of monetization, or better yet, demonetization. So that's just one of the many ways that YouTube is beginning to further censor. And I imagine it's only going to get worse as we move forward here, especially as we get closer to election. So keep that in mind. Remember that, folks. Credit card companies are also getting ready for major problems. Huge losses predicted. I mean, this is the most amount of credit card debt we have ever seen in history. And you have to realize that even if you're basing your bad debt and charge-offs and write-offs and defaults and bankruptcies on a percentage, that margin-based percentage, as the credit card volumes and balances increase, is only going to increase with it. It's just basic math. But this is potentially leading to future problems that we're already, I think, seeing hints happening already. One of them being a popular cryptocurrency personality who is now in some legal hot water and financial hot water and potentially relationship hot water, as his wife now knows he's had an affair with some other woman, paying her $50K a month to, to get some. But it's crazy stuff. I don't know. I don't know. I would never pay for it. And from the pictures I saw, she ain't worth 50,000. But whatever. The credit card companies, the losses that they're projecting, these are recession warnings. All of them are recession warnings. Target pulling out of 9 different stores, shutting down. Walmart closing stores. Other businesses. But the other thing is, somebody left a comment and said, Kevin, they're building a Target by me. You're absolutely right. Target's not in trouble. They're just moving to a more profitable position. It's a chess game, okay? And ultimately, these are signs of recession warnings and business warnings. And this is a business. All of this, we've been talking about this for months. And ultimately, the other warnings that I'm seeing are folks that are now taking to social media to beg for money. So, granted, Mr. Brand has been demonetized on pretty much every level, except for Rumble, which still allows him to earn. Now, this is probably the most important part about this all, and my opinions and my thoughts about Rumble, as I mentioned before, and how it's not a viable option, okay? Because YouTube has cornered the market. TikTok has cornered the market. I don't even think Russell Brand can be monetized on TikTok, okay? But I also don't know if TikTok's audience is super interested in Russell Brand's content. And I also find it really, really strange, if you've noticed, is this ironic how many subscribers Russell Brand has at the same time that he has been canceled? Is this ironic? Have you seen this? It's crazy. But either way, he too is taking to social media and reportedly begging for money, begging for memberships. He wants folks to pay an annual membership to join his Rumble, which, look, I don't have any issues with it at all, okay? I've got channel memberships if you guys want to join. If you want to support the channel, whatever. I got a Patreon if you guys want to join. You want to support the channel, whatever. I got a PayPal. I got a Buy Me a Coffee if you guys want to support the channel, whatever. But the point that I'm trying to make here is that, yes, Russell Brand has a lot of money. We know several millions of dollars, $50 to $60 million is what I heard here today, this morning. But he still has to pay his staff, okay? They're not working for free. They don't work for the government, okay? They're not going to be part of this government shutdown working for free. Which we need to talk about that. But ultimately, Rumble doesn't pay enough because Rumble doesn't have the revenue from the advertisers. I need to look it up and see just how many millions of dollars a year they pull in ads, maybe billions, probably not. I'm going to look it up and check and see. They don't have it. They don't have the algorithm. They don't have the viewership. They don't have the support. They don't have the infrastructure. They don't have it. Not yet, at least. I don't know if they ever will. But Russell Brand going on there and supposedly begging for annual memberships to Rumble prove that. Now, because he is still monetized on the platform, he will then receive a portion of that still, whereas on YouTube he would not. But he is still, again, pay attention, using YouTube as a marketing tool to gain the eyes and attention of his viewers and his audience, albeit smaller now. And YouTube has limited his reach. They've suppressed his content, or he suppressed his content, one or the other. And he's using it as a marketing tool to try to drive traffic to Rumble, to another platform. And I think that is technically, YouTube doesn't allow it, I think. Because technically, when Kingdom Reacts got demonetized, he said that they told him in an email that he was not allowed to redirect traffic. So I don't know. This is crazy stuff here. A lot of people say that he got prematurely demonetized by YouTube, and everybody for that matter. And now there's so much stuff surfacing and coming out from back in the day about some of the things that he said and has done, which were wild as hell. And sure, he may have said it, he may have done it. But now today, it's like, it hits different. It just hits different, right? So, but he's not the only one. And there's a lot of folks out here begging for money on social media, on YouTube, on Twitch, on Twitter, on Kick, on Rumble, on everywhere. They're all begging for money. And I don't know if this is necessarily tied to the recession, but it is definitely a marketing strategy to leverage the recession in as to why your business needs help, money, support, and donations. And people will send it. I mean, for instance, that whole, Ben Armstrong situation, he got $150,000 in donations in like 48 hours. And this dude is high as a kite, just out there. Meanwhile, the government shutdown looks like it's going to happen. Today is Friday. Somebody actually told my wife, Michelle, Squirrel Tribe, yesterday. They left a comment or an email. I don't remember exactly which one. Or maybe it was on Buy Me a Coffee. I think she said it was Buy Me a Coffee. So go check out her Buy Me a Coffee. There's a link in her about or her description of her videos. And they said that I will be furloughed on Monday. And they said this yesterday. So basically they knew that there was going to be a government shutdown. And I want to tell you how this ties into Social Security in just a moment. And it said, or she said that she would be furloughed Monday. So I said, okay, well, tomorrow's Friday. So today's Friday. And this was probably right after we left the beach. We were doing our live stream from the beach. Did you guys see the live stream that we did from the beach? We were talking about how people could potentially be leaving Florida, or the reasons why they may be leaving Florida and going to these other states that are giving out universal basic income and free money. Let me know if you saw that. Drop a one in the comment section down below. If you saw the live stream from the beach, just type number 1 in the comment section. If you didn't see the live stream, drop a number 2, because we will have another one coming up soon. You guys want to check it out. But yeah, that was the 28th. So she said, Monday I'll be furloughed. So I said, okay, well, then that means that today, Friday the 29th, there's not going to be a resolution. Saturday is the 30th, which is the deadline. Sunday is the 1st, which would be the start of the government shutdown. And Monday, the 2nd, would be the first day that a government employee would go back to work. So it makes sense. Furloughed come Monday. And it's unfortunate. It's tragic. Hopefully this doesn't carry on longer than it really needs to, which honestly, if they shut down, it's longer than it really needs to. But again, they do this every year. It seems like you think that they would have this, like, kind of ironed out by now, But no, they're like, no, we're going to screw these American people. We're going to get them. We're going to get them. So we did a live stream yesterday morning on this channel. And a lot of you guys joined in. I really do appreciate it. I was going to try to do one this morning, but I didn't want to throw it together. So I'm working on bringing you guys some more valuable information so that we can have a really good live stream. And let me know your thoughts. If you would prefer me to just have a ton of information to bring to you, or if you'd rather me have like maybe 1 or 2 things and respond more in the chat, in the comments in the chat, because somebody actually left that as a chat. And they're like, I kind of want you to respond more in the chat. And I'm like, well, I wanted to make sure I brought you guys everything you needed to know, or at least that I felt like you really needed to know right then. So just kind of curious. Maybe I can set it up where you'll know the difference between the 2 live streams, and one will be like the full-fledged rundown of all the information, and then I'll have another one, and it'll be like, just kind of like, we'll just chat. You see what I'm saying? So, but the thing is in that live stream, we discussed a lot about the government shutdown, and more importantly, everybody who would be affected by it, specifically Social Security. And I don't know if everybody caught it, because towards the end of the live stream is when we dove into Social Security. And it was really, really good news that Social Security, according to the research that I have done or had done yesterday, was not going to be affected, because Social Security was being paid out of a trust fund, and those funds are already accounted for and will be processed, and payments will go out, this, that, and the other. The Social Security offices are still supposed to be open and things like that. Now, I do believe that there could be a potential impact to food stamps and EBT and maybe other welfare programs, but specifically Social Security was good news. And somebody even in the live chat mentioned that they cared for 3 people on Social Security and they were worried about what would happen if there was a government shutdown. And I said that, well, maybe this is good news for them. They don't have to worry as much because it has been stated and said that even in a government shutdown, Social Security recipients would still receive their payments, their direct deposits, their checks. I don't know why they say Social Security checks, because I don't think that they're still cutting Social Security checks. I could be wrong, but regardless, either way, one way or another, we're going to end on a high note. So good news, Social Security will not be affected in the upcoming 2023 government shutdown. So, but hey folks, if you want to, feel free, come on over, join us as a channel member, join the family, join in on some of these exclusive members only access videos, members only live streams, and members only giveaways, plus get really cool perks next to your YouTube username so that everybody knows that you're a member and part of the family, part of Squirrel Tribe Kevin 247, however many different names I got. I've kind of lost track by now, but either way, we really do appreciate it. Show your support. But as always, I will continue to bring you guys as much valuable information as possible here, there, and everywhere. And just make sure, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, share this with friends and family. Check me out everywhere. Links in the description to all of my info. And if you got any questions, comments, concerns, leave them in the comment section below. Shoot me an email, shoot me a DM, hit me up on Patreon. Until next time, you guys take care, be safe. I'll see you real soon. Bye.